Ready, start. The issue in this writ petitions is with regard to the permission to be obtained under clause 6 of the Kerala Land Utilization Order 1967, for short KLUO, for utilizing converted paddy land before the Act 28 of 2008 for other purposes. The converted land in these writ petitions are referable to paddy land which was converted before the enactment of the Act and 2008, not included in the data bank under the Act 28 of the 2008 as paddy land. The land in all these writ petitions were converted before the Act 28 of 2008. In the data bank prepared under the Acts 28 of 2008, these lands are described as converted paddy land. The collector WP in bracket C number 29182 oblique 2014 and connected cases refused to grant permission to the holder of the land for utilizing the land for the purpose for the reason that the landowners converted land illegally without permission, and any permission cannot ratify illegality. The power stipulated in the above provision is to control production. The essential commodities by the central government WPC number 29182 oblique 2014 and connected cases source of legislative power on parliament to enact EC Act is referable to entry 33 of the concurrent list. Entry 33 of list 3 in the 7th schedule to the Constitution is in relation to trade and commerce and the production and the supply of distribution of oil, textile, foodstuff, products of industry, etc. by SRO number 3950 dated 9/12/1957, the central government delegated the powers conferred upon the central government in terms of section 3(1) of the EC Act to be exercised by the state government of Kerala on condition that no order shall be issued without the prior approval of the central government. By virtue of the above order, the government of Kerala, with prior approval of the central government, issued Act 28 2008 contemplates preparation of data bank. This has to be prepared by the local level monitoring committee constituted under the Acts 28 of 2008. The duty of the committee is to prepare the data bank with the details of the cultivable paddy land and wet land within the jurisdiction of the committee. Section 11 of the Act 28 of 2008 prohibits reclamation of wet land. Section 12 of the Act 28 of 2008 provides authorized officers and their powers in case any paddy land is converted in contravention of the provisions of the Act. The district collector in terms of the section 13 has also power to restrict reclamation of any paddy land and wetland. The scheme of the power shows the manner in which the paddy land has to be identified and the powers of the authorities to restore the land when conversion of the land is found out. WPC number 29182 oblique 2014 and connected cases. The report of the World Bank would indicate that by the year 2050, the world needs 50% more food to feed 9 billion people. Boosting agricultural production or investing in agricultural activities in WPC number 29182/2014 and connected cases essential for food security. Any neglect in the use of land to sustain food production would negative achievements in any other segments in the state. The state has sufficient power under entry 18 of list 2 of the 7th schedule of the constitution to control right in over land transfer alienation of agricultural land. One reason attributable to tardy agricultural growth is fragmentation of agricultural landscape and the costs involved in cultivation in small holdings which are less productive and non-profitable. Measures should be taken in terms of the Kerala Land Reforms Act 1963 to do away with ceiling area for agricultural land. Agricultural land in modern day has to be run like an industry. Therefore, it is for the state to come out WPC number 29182/2014 and connected cases with the litigations to secure the agricultural landscape of the state. Any attempt to fill vacuum by a subordinate legislation is nothing but deplorable. This income tax reference is at the instance of the revenue. The assessment year in question is 1992-93. The question of law referred to for decision of this court are as follows. The facts and in the circumstances of the case, the tribunal is right in law and fact in holding that the accessibility of the dividend under the head income from the source or under the head profits and gains of business or profession is debatable issue and so no adjustment is permissible in the proceeding under section 143 1A of the Income Tax Act in regard to the deduction allowable under section 37 in bracket 2A para. The SSC filed an application for rectification when it received intimation. That application was rejected by the assessing officer subject to certain deduction on the ground of arithmetical mistake in the claim under section 37 2A of the Act. The appeal filed against that order was dismissed. Against the above order, the SSC approached the tribunal in IT appeal number 163 in bracket coach of 1994 with regard to the claim under section 37 2A. The tribunal took the view that whether the dividend income is to be assessed under the head other sources under the head profits and gains of business or profession is debatable issue which has to be determined on the facts and circumstances of the case. Secondly, whether the expenditure incurred by the SSC is allowable under section 37(1) or under section 57 of the Act is again a debatable issue depending on the finding rendered in respect of the earlier issue. A counter affidavit has been filed by additional respondent 4 and 5. Exhibit RA is the minutes of the meeting dated 21/10/2005. It is their case that in the committee the President suggested in the meeting that the constitution of the three standing committees should be with 5 members for finance, 3 members for development and 3 members for welfare standing committee. It is further pointed out that the respondent pointed out that the constitution should be as 4 plus 4 plus 3 and the President then informed at the present it may be fixed as 5, 3, 3, which could be changed later. They expressed their dissenting note in this regard. It is pointed out that fixing of the number of the member of the standing committee is section 162(2) of the act, and it has to be altered. It is their contention that the circular does not go against the provision of the act. They would contend that the real intention is to get the chairmanship of standing committee to them.